Recently, my parents celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, and it was my mom's 70th birthday. So to make their surprise party extra special, I decided to come up with the perfect cake. There was only two problems. I live over 1,000 miles away, and my dad doesn't really even like sweets. How are we even related? I don't know. I get it from my mama. Hey there, welcome, and I'm Amy. I whip up delicious treats, and today's challenge is coming up with the perfect cake for somebody who doesn't like sweets. So to tackle the first problem, flying was not the answer. Have you seen the prices of flights these days? My family decided to embark on a very memorable road trip. And by memorable, I mean the road trip that never ends. My dad has seen all of my dessert videos, and he asked me to bake for him all the time. Of course, that can't happen. So I really felt a lot of pressure to get this just right. Do you ever make yourself feel unnecessarily pressured? I do it all the time too. This party is going to be really special to me because I've been away from home since 2011. So I've missed every single birthday and anniversary since that time. So there's more to it than just making the perfect cake. I knew that if I didn't make this happen, that it could possibly be the last time that I would have the chance to do it. Because my dad is going through some health problems right now. So I gotta do something a little bit more special than just like sending a present this time. So making this whole trip a surprise was crucial. And then also, once they knew we were there, it was gonna be a surprise party. On the way there, I was low-key nervous that they might have a heart attack when we show up. But ultimately, I just decided that, you know what, they could handle it. So here's how this went down. My mom and I, stupid bump. Okay, my mom and I do a workout every week on video chat. So that morning my mom had gone to the store and she texted me that she was home. And I said, Mom, I need 30 more minutes. So all of my family run to the car and we drive like maniacs over to my parents' house, got out of the car, and then here's what happened. Ready for your workout? What? Oh my goodness! How did you? Oh no! What a surprise! Oh man, come here. That's why the dogs were barking. Oh my God. Amy! Oh man! Surprise! It's freaking awesome. I can't even believe we pulled that surprise off so good. Now that they knew we were here, all that was left to do was to pull off the surprise party. My mom likes chocolate anything. I think I was pretty sneaky trying to figure out what kind of cake my dad would like. We were helping my dad out at his ranch. We had been working all day and we were so tired, hungry, and thirsty. And here's what I said. Dang, I could really go for a big glass of water and a chocolate Oreo cake right now. I'm so hot. What kind of cake would you like, Dad?
Well, if I had to pick a cake, I'd like German chocolate cake, except I don't like the frosting. It's too sweet.
So you like coconut and pecans then?
No, I don't like nuts.
So just coconut. Sounds good. Hand me that wire over there, would ya? Okay, we have a plan. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little bit of a secret. All of my greatest dessert ideas come while I'm trying to fall asleep. So luckily, I had 2 more nights to prepare. Oops, excuse me, little pup. Watch out, little dude. This brings me to my next problem. I don't have any of my baking tools to make this super fancy cake. So instead of a fancy cake, I'm gonna have to focus on flavors. I also couldn't ask my mom if I could borrow her mixer because then she would know that I was making something. And I didn't want to leave any type of a trail that I might be up to something. Here's what I came up with. I was gonna use chocolate cake, of course, because my mom would like that and my dad would like that. And since I couldn't put frosting in the middle because it was too sweet, I decided to go with unsweetened coconut milk. I did end up grabbing a container of the German chocolate cake frosting that you get, that coconut pecan one. I decided to do a poke cake, so I had my sister make the cake before I got to her house in the morning for the barbecue. So after the cake came out, I let it cool down on top of the stove for about 10 minutes, and then I poked the holes in the cake. In a medium bowl, I combined the coconut milk with half of the tub of frosting. I knew my dad wasn't going to be able to tell that there were nuts in this, so I wasn't super worried about it because I knew my mom liked the frosting the way it was. And then I took this mixture and I poured it over the top of the cake. That was gonna soak in while the cake cooled down. So I couldn't leave the cake like this because 1, it was ugly, and 2, it triggered my trypophobia, which you might have this too. It's a fear of like holes grouped together or clusters. It literally freaks me out. I don't know why. Does that happen to you? I wanted to do heavy whipping cream that wasn't sweetened at all. I didn't know my sister had a mixer, and so at the store I had just decided to go with some Cool Whip. I spread that all over the top, sprinkled it with some coconut flakes that my sister had. So I stuck it in the fridge, and now we wait for them to show up for their surprise party.
Ooh.
Happy birthday anniversary!
Oh, you guys, so fun! Thank you!
It's not
Oh, wow!
Look at how freaking delicious and moist this cake looks when you cut into it. I think they're both really gonna like it. I know my mom will for sure, but let's see if my dad's gonna like it.
Very good. Delicious.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay. Do you want to say anything? If you're interested in some more recipes that aren't as sweet like this cake, then check out this playlist up here for my no sugar desserts. See ya there. You're gonna die in here. Did I get it? Oh, I think I got it. It's still in here. You gotta be kidding me.